Guys, what is going on? Welcome to the channel for the first ever live stream here. Super excited, and I have a guest on this evening, and I'm so happy to bring on Naz from Steelpopsnaz. So I'm going to bring him into the chat now. Should be coming in.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
How you doing, mate? You okay?
Yeah, good, thank you. I didn't know this was your yeah, it just kind of hit me as your first live, so I'm honoured.
Yeah, first live on the channel. Obviously, I've been on people's channels, which is always fun. Bit nerve-wracking a little bit, but it's okay. I'm just going to get to the chat. Hopefully, yeah, if people join, they'll ask questions in the chat, and then we can just answer as and when, really.
Sounds good, sounds good.
Cool. Obviously, there's no one here yet, but for rewatch purposes, do you want to go ahead and just tell us a bit about yourself?
Yes. So I'm Naz, obviously also from the UK. I run a Instagram page, which is it started off as movies and it's kind of gravitated towards pop vinyl. So I kind of do a mix of both. I think like a lot of people, I started collecting during lockdown back in 2020 now? Yeah, and just kind of just gone from there. I've kind of had like ups and downs with my collecting, like at times where I just go insane and just buy like 10 things from eBay. And then just to like, okay, you know what, I need to calm down. At the moment, I'm like, okay, I need to calm down with my collection. But I'm always trying to neaten stuff up. But yeah, that's me. I'm a huge Marvel fan. That's the main thing about me, is what I live and breathe. I know you are too, so that's great. But I'm not just only Marvel. You know, I love everything. I love everything about cinema. I love going to the cinema. You know, got a limited card with Cineworld. I love that. I just love going every week. Yeah, physical media forever. That's the thing. That's where you got to go for.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, obviously we both have that Marvel connection. For me, your account was like something that I just stumbled across a while ago. I think on like my personal account, and it was just obviously at the time, like you said, it was Steelbooks, wasn't it? Like that you were collecting.
Yeah. I actually remember when you first followed me, and I'm so picky about like who I follow because I want my feed to be, you know, full of like good photos and people who actually like care, and they have something to say what they're collecting. You know, they have something to talk about. So I saw yours and I was like, okay, this really fits the bill, and you're from the UK, so that gives a bonus. That's a little bonus there. No offense to anyone not from the UK. I have lots of non-UK friends, so they'll understand. But yeah, the Steelbooks was yeah, I'm still trying to collect Steelbooks, but only like favorite movies.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rabbit hole, isn't it? I mean, I didn't really collect Steelbooks, and then obviously being such a Marvel fan and seeing all the releases, different like artworks and things, I was like, this is something really like interesting to me. So I started getting like the MCU stuff, and then like the Mondo releases.
Yeah.
But then like now I'm picking up like random stuff like The Last Duel, or you know movies that I wouldn't normally go and collect, but I'm like, oh, I'll get that.
Yeah, that's how it begins. That's how it begins. And then yeah, I've got the Marvel Mondo Steelbooks. I had the full Infinity Saga set, and I sold all of that so that I could replace it with the Mondo Steelbook. But yeah, it's a massive rabbit hole. Like once you start, it gets like I've seen so many people. Pop's head, someone just joined it. It was cool. I've seen so many people are like, oh, I'm just gonna get one. And then they're like, "Oh, when's the Top Gun Steelbook coming out?" And I'm like, "Okay." But yeah, it is a rabbit hole. And then you start. It was once a time when I told myself, "I'm not going to get premiums. I'm not going to get stuff from abroad. That's too expensive." And then next thing you know, I'm ordering a crap ton of it.
Yeah. We've got I think one person in the comments box who is singing a little song, so we'll leave him in there for a few minutes. We've got Mark's Prof, whoever that is.
He's having the time of his life, I'm sure.
You touched on like premium stuff then. Obviously that's something for me that I've not really like touched on. I've got a couple of things from Everything Blue.
Mm.
But that's about it. Obviously, Zavi now are doing the more like premium stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, like recently, they're releasing things and they keep changing the names of lines and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna see if I can mute this guy.
Yeah, that's no offense to him.
There we go. Yeah, no offense to the guy watching. We want questions. Anyone watching, ask them some questions. I know that there's a few people that said they were going to tune in a bit later on. So, but yeah, and then hopefully if we have anyone watching like tomorrow or the day after, we can just reply in the comments or yeah. If there is anyone who wants to ask and has any questions off camera, just send them a message on Instagram.
Yeah. Sorry, yes, you were talking about premiums. Everything Blue, I've got Hot Fuzz and I had a Shaun of the Dead from them. And they are really good. I think they clearly what they tried to do was, they saw premiums and they were like, there's definitely a market for it. Let's try and do it here in the UK. I've heard about, so I know about Everything Blue. It's literally just two guys in their garage making those. And then recently, I know, and then recently Universal just bought them. So now they're no, who bought? No, sorry, not Universal. Zavi bought them.
Zavi, yeah,
The Hut Group.
the one Zavi.
Yeah, now it's moved all to there. But yeah, I think it's good to make it more affordable. It costs an absolute bomb. Like my Spiderman trilogy box set, I've got it here. I'll show you later. That costs like £350, which is like crazy. But I love the movie so much that I thought I had to have it. Like if I'm gonna really if it reminds me about how much I love this movie and I get to look at it and how pretty it can be, then that's a nice feeling. But I like that Zavi and like just in general, like across retailers, they're doing more premium steelbooks. But it's still it's a bit too expensive. Like I think Paramount steelbooks are 35 quid now.
Yeah.
Disney steelbooks are 32.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah. I filmed a video earlier today, so I do have a video coming out tonight at 8 o'clock. So anyone watching after the stream, go and tune into that video. But I kind of touch on Zavi in particular when it comes to like the premium release, because they, prior to Doctor Strange, the sequel, so like the newer one, prior to the collector's edition coming out, they kind of mentioned briefly that was the first of like a new line, and then like ever since that they've kind of like kept that quiet and removed anything relating to that. So what I'm trying to say is when they released, I think it was Nobody recently, that's got a different name to it. The Doctor Strange one's got a different name to it, and then they're doing I think Event Horizon might have been one of them as well. Yes. There's a horror movie that's come out that's got an Ultimate Collector's Edition thing. It's like I don't understand with Zavi how they're releasing things, because at least with HMV, for example, you've got like the first edition line or the Cine edition, and you kind of know what items from which line. Whereas with Zavi, it's just random.
So, well, to my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong because you might know better than me. But so you got HMV. They made the first edition, the Cine edition. Yeah. I think they took that idea to all the studios and were like, "Look, do you want to collaborate with us? Do you want to make this?" What Zavi do? I think Zavi have from what my experience is, they have no say in what gets released. They're just the retailer. They just bring it out, which is like, I think there's like a misconception that Zavi are choosing the pricing and so I've had work with a studio before, and they just they're laughing because they think, oh, everyone thinks it's Zavi, so Zavi takes it all, but actually it's the studios, which is why I am always blaming the studios for high pricing, and also when they start a line and then they stop it halfway through, you're like, they got a design going on and then they just kind of stop. But yeah, I think that's I think, but studios definitely are focusing more on collector's editions, but I don't know what everyone's aim is. Everyone's trying to be Titans of Cult at the same time as well. Trying to do their own thing.
It's just like for collectors in general, it's just so confusing. I like how HMV is sticking to this is a part of this and this is that. Whereas like Zabi definitely said that the Doctor Strange release was going to be a part of like a new like collector set, and like they've not mentioned anything since. And it's like I just like to know really, but it's
maybe for future Marvel releases. So I guess what's next? We got Black Panther.
Yeah.
What else just came out? Thor, Love and Thunder. So they haven't announced a steelbook for that yet. So maybe they'll do something.
Fingers crossed.
That'd be cool. I mean, there's great artwork for that. So if they do it right, I'm jumping in on that because I quite enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, I think like with the Zabi set, I know Doctor Strange was like $49.99. Did you get that one?
No, I took a miss on it actually.
Did you just get the standard steelbook, or did you just not get it?
I didn't get anything. I haven't. So this is a weird thing. I haven't. So ever since the Infinity Saga ended, the only Marvel steelbook I've got is No Way Home.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Only because I don't know. One part of it is I've run out of space, and then also they brought a lot of them onto Disney Plus and IMAX. So I thought, if I'm going to be watching them IMAX, why do I need the disc when I have no money?
That's it with Disney Plus doing that. It's fantastic, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
But as a collector, like we kind of want that IMAX ratio on disc.
Of course, absolutely, and I really wish if it was on disc. Like, so I think the only two Marvel movies in IMAX format on disc are Avengers Assemble and Ant-Man, I think.
So definitely.
And they look brilliant. They look brilliant on disc. And the problem with obviously on streaming, if you haven't got good broadband, especially in the UK, not everyone's got good broadband here, and I know they're trying to do it, but it's not going to be proper full 4K quality. And then also. Yeah, and then the audio mix on streaming. So if you've got a full home theater setup, it's not the same as on disc. So it's
disc is better, kind of superior in every way.
We know that. That's why we're here. That's why we're here.
So I'm going to basically start kind of asking you some questions. I've got 10 questions written down, some generic, some kind of specified to you. Cool. So kind of quick, the first question that I'm going to ask is, when did you start collecting? Like anything, whether it was like figures as a kid or artwork, steelbooks as well, stuff like that. Like, when did you start collecting?
I'm going to say 2012. How I remember that is because my first Blu-ray was Skyfall.
Wow.
I loved that movie so much, and I wanted it on Blu-ray. I didn't know really much about like discs and whatnot, but I think I really wanted to watch it on Blu-ray. I wanted to watch it in the best quality possible. And how old was I? 2012. I don't know how old you are, mate. So I was 14. I was 14 when I got that.
Right.
I'm
25 now, so I don't even know how old I was then. But
yeah, we're the same. I'm 24, so this is good. Okay, so you can relate. And then after that, it went from, I think I got Man of Steel. I got what else came out? Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Avengers Assemble. I remember getting those. And so it kind of went on from there. And then I stopped. I think I hit like GCSEs and A levels. And then my proper collecting. So I never really collected anything. I was always quite the minimalist when it came to like what I liked.
Yeah.
Like my room wasn't just full of posters. It was actually just like super bland. But I remember I had a sound bar and a 24-inch TV for my and I'd be watching Blu-rays at like 11 at night and like waking up my family. That's my earliest memory. But yeah, so my collecting for like actual steelbooks and movies started 2020. I was in a job where I got some steelbooks as a gift.
Oh, cool.
So I was kind of in the entertainment industry, and I saw them, and I was like, wow, this is actually so cool. The metal like felt like, it's weird. It sounds weird when I say it, but the metal felt nice.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and then it was different from the actual slip covers, and and then it just snowballed from that. It went insane. But yeah, I think I've always preferred disc. I don't think I ever, pop vinyl is a very recent thing for me. I used
Yeah.
to hate them. I thought they were quite hideous because I used to work in HMV for one Christmas. I
All
worked
right.
at HMV as a temp. I was only there for 2 months, and I worked in front of the pop vinyl stand, and I looked at them. I was like, "Why are people buying this?" And then my mum got me a gift, Mickey Apprentice. I posted it the other day, and that was my first pop, and I was like, "That's actually quite cute." And then I looked at the Marvel ones, and that's when they improved their design. So like that Shang-Chi one behind you, that's
Yeah.
like when it started. That's one of the ones that look really nice. So then that's when I started getting that. Sorry,
Yeah.
very long-winded answer.
No, it's a great answer. It's because obviously, as someone who's followed you now for quite some time, obviously, like I said, I followed you on like my normal account like quite a while ago as well. So it's cool to see how your collection's kind of adjusting. It's not really changing, but you're incorporating more things into like
Yeah.
Blu-rays, 4K, steelbook, stuff like that. So yeah, pretty good answer. I think I'm like very similar to you. Just I kind of I did collect a lot as a kid. Like parents buy me things, but as I kind of like got into the game of collecting things, Funko Pops were never like for me. I always we've got Magpie movies in. Hello. Um, so yeah, it's like Funko Pops for me. I'd never really got them. I didn't understand the hype at Comic Con. I'd see them and I'd be like, it's just plastic. Um, I never really got the whole thing of how popular they were. But then all of a sudden, something just kind of like triggered me, and I was like, okay, these are quite cool.
Yeah.
I think sometimes when like the prices go down as well, like it's like £5, you're more
Yeah.
inclined to pick one up. So that's
Yeah.
kind of how we got into it. We'll have a look at the comments. So we've got Magpie Movies and we've got Darren as well. Darren's asked us. Let me see if I can put his comment in there. Let's have a little look.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. So, hi guys, favorite movie from the 80s? Do you want to? I'll let you go first. You're the guest.
That's an easy one. So it's Back to the Future for me, for sure. Yeah.
Back to the Future. Back to the Future is Darren's going to be like, what is he on about? It's a franchise I've not seen. I have them right here. You can actually see me pointing to it. I've got them right on 4K, but I've just not watched them yet. I'm definitely due to sit down one night and watch them.
I know what you're doing tonight, mate. What you're doing after this live stream.
Apologies if anyone watching who's like, why is he not watching them? But yeah, favorite 80s movies. I always struggle to think of movies off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Like, was The Lost Boys out in the 80s?
I think that's an 80s movie.
That's like one of my all-time favorite films. So if that's in the 80s, I'd probably go for that.
1987. I'm looking at my letterbox now.
There we go.
I haven't seen The Lost Boys actually, but I know that's coming out in 4K. So maybe if there's a deal, there's a deal.
Yeah, there's an exclusive HMV and stuff. So I've got that on pre-order.
Oh, okay.
So we've got Magpie Movies, How Are We Tonight, Hello to Naz 2, by the way.
Hello, Magpie Movies. How you doing? Yeah, we are good. I'm enjoying this chat.
Magpie Movies always says he went to see Nope today. Have you guys seen it?
Yes, I have seen it. Have you seen it?
Yep, I have also seen it.
You go first. What do you think?
Oh, so I'm a big fan of Jordan Peele. I think he was hilarious back in the day. The comedy work in his acting, but his directing stuff is great. But I was a little bit disappointed. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
I loved Get Out. I thought Us was a great follow-up.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know. Maybe I was over-expecting, but...
Yeah. Okay. I went to see it on IMAX on Thursday. It looked amazing, though. I think, in terms of quality, like filming quality and just in IMAX, it looked brilliant. I loved Get Out. Get Out was so different yet so familiar at the same time. I haven't watched Us yet. Right. But I looked at the movie. Anyway, so Nope. I think the sci-fi direction was very cool. I really liked the acting. There was moments where I thought, where is this going? Like there was stuff in there that I was like, is that just kind of like things were mentioned and it just wasn't touched upon. I don't know if that was an artistic choice,
Yeah,
something for you to interpret. But I liked it. I still enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 actually.
yeah,
Uh,
that's like really high.
yeah, so 8 out of 10. I think yeah, it went down to because of just like there were just some holes in it,
Yeah,
but I still enjoyed it. I thought it was creepy. I wouldn't say it's scary. There was
no,
one moment in the movie, Magpie Movies, if you know what I'm talking about, that so I'm not very good with horror movies. So I was sat in a huge IMAX with people around me, and I was like this, like kind of like, and my mate was next to me, and don't judge me, I grabbed his arm to,
oh
for
no,
comfort. And I'm so bad with horror movies. I honestly that scene I was scared to death. But what was going? I was like, what's going on? What's going on?
yeah,
And it turned out to be something else, and I was like, oh my god, that's just
yeah.
um,
It was a really good movie. I think for me, obviously, I give it a bit of a lower score. I enjoyed it. I did think it was a really good movie, but
yeah,
because of the way Jordan Peele's directed the other two, I was kind of expecting like a really big twist or
yeah,
something a bit deeper. And
that's it.
I came out of it like, oh, it was just a sci-fi film, but
Yeah,
actually, it was a really good sci-fi film. It's
yeah,
just I think I left wanting more from it, but maybe on second watch, I might enjoy it more. I think Magpie Movies
yeah.
gave it a 7 out of 10.
So in between both of us, so that's I guess he's the middle ground. I mean, I totally agree. I was, you know what, I expected a twist as well. The Yeah, it was more of just kind of a just kind of a linear kind of story path in a
Yeah,
way, with but they had the flashbacks. But yeah, I get that. I totally get that.
I think we've got another question from Darren. Favorite physical media to demo to family or friends to show them both visual or audio quality? Ooh, that's a really good question because there's also, I mean, I've got a lot of titles behind me,
Mm.
and I always struggle to answer them still. So I always have to have a little look. I feel like war movies are always great for
Yeah,
sound. I
yeah.
don't know if you find that as well.
Black Hawk Down. That's the first movie I think of when the sound was particularly like fantastic.
Yeah, picture wise, Gemini Man is fantastic. Obviously, the frame rate's different,
Yeah,
but like the quality, like
yeah.
you feel like you can like touch Will Smith in that movie. It's pretty, it's pretty intense.
I've seen a review on it and it does look really good. I don't have it, but I'm going to speak from my own experience. Best one I've seen, uh, Apocalypse Now. I think to this day has really impressed me. I think that movie was made in the 70s, and when I watched it, I thought this looks like it was made yesterday.
Yeah,
I think that's one that I would definitely show off.
yeah,
Uh, but
definitely.
Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, that is a good that is good quality. To be fair,
That's pretty epic.
it's dark
Yeah,
in a lot of scenes, but you still get that pop of like the neon colors and stuff, which
yeah,
is always great to see as well.
yeah. Or just anything Sony Pictures. They're great at
Yeah,
4K transfers. Men in Black. Um,
Spiderman, No Way Home.
yeah, Bad Boys, No Way Home. Yeah, absolutely. I think that they're really good at that. They're really good at what they do, for sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask Darren a question back. What is your favourite physical media to show off, visually and for audio quality? Let us know in the comments. Magpie Movies says the barn scene. I liked the movement of what you see. I think he's referring to Nope still.
Yeah. The movement of what you see, I liked. The movement of what you see. Okay, is that maybe I'm just not understanding that right? The main thing I didn't like or felt a bit let down by
Me and
was
you both. Me and you both. I
yeah,
think he's talking about the movie. No, he can let us know. He also said the main thing I didn't like or felt a bit let down by was what the thing was. Yeah, I kind of agree.
yeah,
Because the promotion stuff was like very, very like few and far between.
mm,
There wasn't a lot of promotion for the movie
yeah,
aside from posters, so I didn't fully understand what we were going to get from it. So when it was like this you know, I mean, I don't want to spoil it for people. So
Mm.
whatever the thing was, I just wasn't expecting it myself. So it was a bit like underwhelming.
Yeah, I get that. Sorry, I just saw the next question. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I totally. I think Jordan Peele, in a way, he was like thinking, it was all misdirection, wasn't it? It was, and maybe in his mind, he thought that was funny. Like he advertises it as a horror film, and then everyone's expecting a horror film, and they don't get one
Yeah,
necessarily. Maybe he just thought that, I don't know. I would love to see like an interview on his like thoughts on the filmmaking. I think that would be great.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's. I think his films are very like they divide people a lot. I know, like I really enjoyed Us. There's a twist in it. Again, I'm not going to go into that because you've not seen it, and it's definitely
Yes.
worth a watch. But there
Yeah.
is a twist, and you are kind of like scratching your head. But
Yeah.
I think it was great, and some people like what, like why did he do that? But it's Jordan Peele. He normally likes to give you a bit of a twist, but he didn't with Nope. So
Yeah. Just one thing on Us though. I looked at the trailer. I haven't seen the movie, and I immediately got the twist. Like I immediately thought, I bet they're gonna do that. And then I asked someone, and they were like, "How did you know? Did you watch it?" I was like, "No."
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, before I move on to the next comment, we've got one more comment. You touched on obviously not being a big fan of horror movies. When you were watching Nope, I know when I went to Cineworld, there was a trailer for a film called Smile, I believe. Did you get that as well?
I didn't catch the trailer. You know what? I think so. I went in when the just before the movie started, so I did
Oh,
miss the trailer.
well, this is for anyone watching, or you know, anyone watching on like repeat. Whoever's seen that trailer and like knows what I'm talking about, like, what do you think? Like, leave a comment down below because I seen this trailer like about a week or two ago at home, and there's a certain scene in the trailer that I had goosebumps across my whole body. It was nasty, and then when it was in the cinema, I was just eating my like Baskin Robbins, like, oh,
Oh man,
because I knew it. I knew it was coming, but for me, it's like I kind of like horror stuff, but
yeah.
that was like it's a jump scare that I don't want to revisit. Like, nope,
Damn.
nope.
Nope. I'll give that trailer a watch, and I'll comment as well later on.
I think it's called Smile. So we've got a comment for you, Naz. Why is Captain America: The Winter Soldier the best movie of all time? So take it away.
So I know Jabari Ibs, and I've met him a couple of times for films, and he's just as big as a Marvel fan as us.
Yeah.
So, but Captain America: The Winter Soldier. That is, in my opinion, that's the best solo Marvel movie. He thinks it's the best movie of all time. He's kind of memeing, but he's kind of not at the same time.
Right. Okay. I mean, it is a fantastic movie. So
it's brilliant.
so,
It's why the Russo brothers got hired to do Avengers.
yeah, definitely. I love how it all connects to like the Winter Soldier, like Disney Plus, and you know it's fantastic. I mean, he's a character that I kind of want to revisit even more. So hopefully, we are getting more.
Definitely. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. So I think we are close up with comments. So I'll get back to the questions that I'm going to ask you. The second question we kind of touched on that earlier on, but obviously the second question that I was going to ask was, how has your collection like evolved over the last like couple of years? So you have mentioned the transition from Steelbooks to Funko Pops. You want to touch on that a little bit more?
Yeah. So yeah, I was at your stage where, so obviously it was Blu-rays very early on, but then I was just getting 4Ks. Because I'm a very chaser for the best of the best, you know.
Yeah.
If someone gave me a PC, I'd be like, I'm gonna spend £5,000 to make it the best PC ever. That's why I don't have a PC.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it evolved. It went 4K. Then I had my first Steelbook, and I was like, okay, I love Steelbooks. And then every Steelbook looked good. How I look at my collection is in a kind of I have to be very cutthroat. So any movie that I feel like I won't watch enough times. So I like to watch my movie a lot of times. So if I feel like I'm not going to see it enough times, then I'll sell that because then I can give it a space for something that I will. I would like,
Yeah,
something in the future, I'm always running out of space. So, and then, so then it evolved into pop figures. So that's how it's kind of come to now. I went to premiums, but now I've come away from that just for a little bit because they've gotten
yeah,
really expensive in shipping and whatever. But
yeah.
yeah, that's how it's come. That's how it's gone.
Yeah, because you especially with having your Instagram account, the
Yeah,
names slightly changed a couple of times.
yeah. What did it start as? I don't even know. Naz. That's it.
Yeah,
Naz, and no one understood what that meant.
it
Um,
was one of them things like because I seen some of your like I say work, but your Instagram posts are, in my opinion, fantastic. Just want
oh,
to point
thank
it out. I think
you.
you've got a real like creative eye.
Mm.
Your ideas, what you come up with, are great. And you were featured, I think, a couple of times on Zavi, and that was how I was like, oh, like
Uh,
that's pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, I always like to do something different with every post. It's difficult, especially when you don't have, you got your flat, and then you're like, okay, where can I do it? How can I do it differently?
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, it started off as Naz, and then I think it became Steelbook Naz last year, and now Steel Pops because I feel like I got so many people saying, "Oh, you're posting pops now," like, "Oh, you should be Pops Naz." I'm like, okay,
yeah.
but I still like Steelbooks too, so
I
shut
think
up. Oh,
the
you got one
contrast
question?
of blending both together, like for
Yeah,
your page, it works fantastic.
thank you.
The imagery of like the steelbook and then having a pop next to it, it's just like
Yes,
it's bright, colourful. It
yes.
pops literally. So
I
yeah,
my Winter Soldier I did a Winter Soldier post the other day, and I looked at it and I picked up the Mondo Captain America Winter Soldier Steelbook. I looked at them both, and immediately the scene where they're fighting in the street in Washington D.C. came to my head. So
yeah,
I got my shoes on, I went outside, went to the street, put my pop and my steelbook down, and people obviously passing by. Some guy watering his hedge, looking at me, and I was just like there with my camera like trying to get the photo because I was trying to get the movie theme into it.
yeah.
Uh, so yeah,
I like, I like it.
thank
So
you.
we've got another question from Darren. I think that's his answer to the question that we asked him. So, audio is the race from Ready Player One or the first battle from Hacksaw Ridge. Yeah, I mean both films audio really good. The two movies that I have in the collection on 4K. My setup's very like minimal. I've got a lot of movies behind me. I've got a TV here that I've not switched on for probably like 4 months
Oh,
because like now that I've kind of moved house and I've got this space, I sit downstairs in like the living room. So
sure.
it's this room at the minute. I've got this chair for streaming and videos, and then my TV's like untouched. But my setup is very minimal. I've not got any sound bars, nothing. But the sound pops anyway. Especially Hacksaw Ridge. So that's a really really good shout from Darren. And then he said visual is a hard one, but he loved the 4.3 ratio scenes in Batman Superman and Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah, I liked it as well. Did you like that?
Yeah. So Ready Player One, that's a very good looking, very good sounding movie. Hacksaw Ridge, I still need to watch. Batman vs Superman, Zack Snyder's Justice League, yeah, both great looking movies. The IMAX scenes in Batman vs Superman, yeah, I've watched that on repeat ever since I got it because
Yeah,
that's a very yeah.
it's a
I
very
know.
good movie.
Yeah. And I know some people have like got reservations about 4:3 scenes, but I think someone made a really good point that the tall shots of it makes them feel like gods, like kind of
Yeah,
that like this godly view on these people rather than a widescreen where they're kind of smushed. So I like that. And yeah, but
it's different.
I agree.
We've got another question from Darren, or two comments actually. Early Marvel movies were so good. Yeah, they was. And then I think he's going to go in a sec. So we've got this comment. Last question before I go. First movie that comes to mind when you didn't think you'd like something but ended up loving it. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You go first because I'm thinking.
Yeah, this it kind of blends into a question I'm going to ask you later on in the stream, but I will answer it for Darren because he's going to go. So for me, Top Gun / Top Gun Maverick, because I have never seen Top Gun prior to this year, so it was a fresh movie for me. I watched it the morning of Maverick, and then obviously went to see Maverick. So for me, that is my pick. It was a movie that I thought might be a bit overhyped. I thought Maverick might not have been as good, but it blew me away. I think it's a fantastic movie. So yeah, for me, I'd probably say Top Gun.
Okay, first one I can think of is Uncharted. So I'm a big fan of the games.
Yeah.
One of my favorite games. They said Tom Holland's going to be Nathan Drake. I thought, okay, he's too young. But I watched the movie. I thought it was actually quite enjoyable. I like the chemistry between Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. Needed a bit more treasure hunting, but I still enjoyed it. I pre-ordered the Steelbook immediately after I saw it because I thought it's actually a very fun movie.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was a fun movie. I think you are right. It lacked a little bit more like of the treasure hunting vibe to it. That was something I was like, oh, if you added like another 10 minutes or so, it'd have been much better. But yeah, Darren, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it.
I'm loving all these comments. Like, this is great.
Not bad, is it? We've got one from Josh from Classic Reviews. Hey, Josh, hope you're okay, mate. Hope you're doing well.
All right.
And then we've got one from Video Tasties as well. Hello.
All right.
So of course, so I'll get back to the questions from me. Question 3, again, this relates to like your collecting habits. What do you prefer collecting? Would you say Steelbooks or Funko Pops?
Steelbooks. Yeah, for sure. Steelbooks.
Yeah.
That's not my thing. Just because you can consume it. There's actually like you get something from it, you know, and you can enjoy it. Funko Pops are mainly
There's a lot more like variations about.
Yeah, and of course, like you get 2.5 hours of pure just like thrill and enjoyment, and it also looks good in the case too. Yeah, of course, Steelbooks.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah,
that's a good answer.
So what about you? What about you? I see you got some pops, but movies.
Yeah, so my shelving units, the ones that I've got behind me now, I've got 2. As you can see, they're filling up there. Trying to work that way. Yeah, Blu-ray is that way, 4K is that way. You've got Shang-Chi there. But I've got loads behind me down there, like signed ones and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Can I grab one?
Yeah.
Maybe grab this one. So I have done like a Funko Pop video on the channel. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. Let me try and get this on view. You can see that?
Oh, wow. That is cool. Yeah, there you go. That is cool.
So it's Ron Perlman signed it from Hellboy. So
no way, that is awesome. Oh wow.
The glare is there, but you can kind of see it. There you go.
That is very cool.
I met him last year, got a picture with him, and he signed it, which is pretty cool.
How did you get that? Did you get that brand new or secondhand?
I kind of went to Comic-Con with the idea of getting like a comic sign or something, and then I know so many people who are getting Funko Pop signed that actually like they look so good on the shelf, and if you're displaying a Funko Pop, you can put it anywhere.
Yeah.
Whereas like, posters and stuff, you'll run out of space, or you don't like want to damage your walls and stuff like that. So for me, I was like, I'm gonna go and find it, and they had that very one on sale at the event for like I think it was £20 or £15 it might have been.
That's not bad.
And then he signed it. I think it's number 1 as well, so it's it's pretty good Funko Pop. So I mean I was happy with it when I got it signed. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
So I've got a couple of signed ones, and I've got some on the floor that I'm gonna show you guys later. But yeah, so we've got a comment from Pete from Playtendo Guy. Good evening to me and everyone in the chat, and to yourself.
Good
question Question 5 is one that's more personalised to yourself. So you are a very, very big fan of the character Spider-Man.
Yeah.
How did you get introduced to the character?
So my earliest memory of Spider-Man, I was 4 years old. So that was 2002.
Yep.
I was in the cinema and I saw a poster of the Spider-Man movie in all its glory on the wall, and I was absolutely. I remember I was just I was taken away because I think ever since then I loved it. I think my mum would have gotten me like little different like Spider-Man car I had and like a Lego set.
Yeah.
I had a Spider-Man suit, but yeah, ever since then I couldn't watch the Spider-Man movie in the cinema because it was a 12.
Yep.
It wasn't 12A, it was a 12. So and watching it now, it's kind of dark. It's quite a dark movie. But yeah, that's kind of where it grew from, and I've loved it. I've loved the character of Spider-Man, the idea of Peter Parker, the fact that he is just like this, no kind of nobody. He's a misfit. He's not liked by everybody, and he's a nerdy guy. Like it kind of speaks to me. It speaks to a lot of people, and
Yeah.
that's just you feel that relation, that relatability. It's built
Yeah.
ever since then.
He's like the underdog that you want to support and root.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's why I love Tobey Maguire's portrayal of that. He's really like, he's not obviously good looking. He looks like a dork and he acts like a dork, sounds like a dork, and that's how I felt. That's how I feel. And I love that. I love that.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Our like introductions are slightly different for me, like because we are very similar in age, obviously. But for me, a little bit different. It was the animated show, like the original.
Oh yeah.
These animated show. That was kind of the first thing that I can remember.
Yeah.
I loved it. Like on Fox Kids, I watch it all the time.
Yeah.
And then it was the movie. When the movie came out, it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I remember getting those like, I thought you probably had them as well, like those little stretchy, squishy Spider-Man things.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The wall or ceiling and stuff. Like I remember having them like around the same time as the movie, and it was just
Yeah.
you look back now.
Yeah, I think I watched the show around the same time, so it's kind of all mixed because 4 years I was 4 years old, but that show is definitely a big part of my childhood. I'm rewatching it right now on Disney Plus.
Well, yeah,
it's so good. It's so good.
It's so good. The theme tune as well is like,
oh, brilliant! I love the 3D renders that they've got, and it's funny, but it's cool. It's a very cool show.
Yeah, no, it is. It's pretty cool. Question 6 and 7 both follow on from like the Marvel theme. So question 6 is, what is your favorite Marvel movie of all time? That can be anything, not just the MCU.
Favorite Marvel movie of all time is my favorite movie of all time. It's Spider-Man 2. I love that movie. I'm happy. I'm at my happiest every time I'm watching it. It's got the best storyline. It's got the best kind of acting and like just everything that goes on. I love it. Yeah, for sure.
Not number 3 with the. Nope.
You know what? That had. If you watch it now, that's got the elements of being a really good movie.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's a funny movie, and I remember walking down the street pretending to be Bully Maguire, like when he's dancing. I thought, oh god, it's so awkward. It's so awkward. I was 9 years old, and I'd just be doing that in the house and the street, dancing like how he's. But you can tell, like that movie could have been good. I think there was just obviously so much intervention in that movie, like they changed it up. And same thing happened to Hancock, I think, as well. But that's a different story altogether. But yeah, but Spider-Man 2. But if you want to talk about MCU, I'm gonna say, because I'm a Spider-Man fan, No Way Home is like, I love it. But I guess in terms of quality, Infinity War, that is epic. That is epic from start to finish.
I completely agree. Like I love 100%. Like Infinity War for me is just like chef's kiss. It's unbelievable. It's really
it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
every time it's on from start to finish, like goosebumps and the rest of it. Like I'm just like, it makes you feel every type of feeling. It's such an incredible like film. I love it.
So is that your favorite Marvel movie as well?
It would be my favorite out of
Yeah.
everything. I mean, I love them all. I love them all. But if I had to
Yes.
pick, that for
Yes.
me is like it's ultimate.
Yeah.
That's from start to finish. It's like
Yeah.
because when you look back, like when that movie released, no one knew like what was going to happen. At the end of that movie, we were all shocked. So
Yeah. Yeah. I remember being in that cinema and just we were all crying. We were all just like, my jaw was like this.
yeah,
It was midnight release. It was crazy. But you
yeah,
know what? Honorable mention to I'd say Days of Future Past as well, because
yeah,
the X-Men movies obviously kind of get forgotten by most, and I think whereas it was messy, but Days of Future Past kind of brought that all together, and it was so solid. That was a solid movie. Had
yeah.
all our favorite characters all in at the same time, and they made it work. So I think that's a really
It
great one
was
as
like
well.
the X-Men because it was like they brought back characters that we like known and loved, and
Yeah,
like these newer actors portraying those characters as well. But
yeah,
it worked, and like it probably shouldn't have worked as well as it did, but it was so
yes,
good.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
that's a good mention though. Question 7 is a spin on that. Is what would be your worst Marvel movie?
Man, you know what? I don't even think I've seen the worst Marvel movie. I mean, there's like, there's stuff like Daredevil and Elektra. I know some people like them.
Yeah,
Maybe Blade Trinity. I haven't seen that either because
yeah.
I like Dark Phoenix. I haven't seen that. But my worst that I have seen, um, what is the what? Howard the Duck? Does that count?
Yeah. He's a Marvel property, so
He is Marvel property. Okay, a more serious answer. You know what? I really didn't like. Um, oh, that's a tricky one. That's a tricky one. I would have to look at my list
yeah.
of favorite Marvel movies. But yeah, that's a tricky. What about yours? You tell me yours.
It is a hard one. I mean, I'm gonna get my MCU list up, so I know that it's quite handy.
Yeah,
But like overall, it's hard because like we said, like we love
Mm,
Marvel, so you never want to say that there's a bad Marvel film, but
yeah,
there definitely is.
yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. I think the best thing about Marvel is that it's so diverse
Yeah,
that there's stuff that you enjoy that, or some stuff that you don't enjoy that there's like someone else does enjoy, which is great. That's the
yeah.
great thing about it. I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
Looking at my list there quickly, there, my lowest rated would be the Incredible Hulk. Um,
Okay.
like out of the MCU, but
Yeah.
I rewatched every film in January in the
Yeah.
space of like 4 or 5 days.
Wow.
It was a long period, but it was fantastic. And actually, when you watch them all back to back in a space,
Yeah.
in a short space of time, they're
Yeah.
all fantastic. Like even that film, putting it bottom of a list is almost criminal. Like
Mm,
it actually is really fun. Um,
yes.
but if I had to think, like looking back as a kid,
Yeah.
what I watch now and rank bottom, possibly Ghost Rider 2, maybe.
Yeah.
Um, Spirit of Vengeance, not the best, not the best.
Yeah. You know what? I only saw the first one. The second one, I just I never made it. Never made it to that. But yeah, that thing about Incredible Hulk. Because I just watched She-Hulk just earlier,
Yeah,
and I don't know if you've seen it. I'm not going to spoil anything,
not
but
yet, not yet.
it made me think, man, I really miss the Hulk storyline. And because
Yeah,
Universal is the Universal property, they can't do much as a movie. But like, I really miss like the gamma radiation stuff. How Hulk is like kind of alone and stuff. I like that. I really like that. So it kind of set a precedent. I like that.
I miss like Angry Hulk. Like again, I've not seen
Yeah.
She-Hulk today, but like the Hulk we have now is just like I don't know. It's not the
Yeah.
Hulk that we grew up with, is it? So
I think they're going to do something with that, though. I have a feeling. Nothing to do with the first episode, but I think they will do something like to bring him back because Smart Hulk, what if it's called, he's like he'll. I think they'll
yeah, it
bring him
was
back.
just like when you look at Hulk's like like character development and stuff. Like Hulk, like now has been this way for quite some time. But when you look at Thor, like Thor being like, you know, bro Thor or fat Thor, whatever you want to call him, that did not last long at all. It was like he's muscly, then he's fat, and then he's back to being ripped again.
Yeah.
It was like Hulk. We've had like this Hulk version for quite some time, so we're all like itching for this, like, you know, the Incredible Hulk to come back. This angry Hulk, and if they're gonna bring in Wolverine, I'd love to see them face off at some point. But yeah, that's just like me getting all hyped.
Yeah. The only Wolverine I'd want to see him face off with is Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
There's no other Wolverine.
I feel like if he wanted to, like, that door's open for him.
Yeah.
Even if it was for like a 2-movie deal, I think he could do it.
Totally. I think so. I mean, Charles came back. Yeah, Patrick Stewart came back.
Yeah.
Is that spoiler? No, it's been long enough.
Nah, that spoiler band's lifted.
Yeah.
Still no questions in the chat. We've flown through them pretty quickly. So, question 8 relates back to the Instagram account you've got. You have kind of like answered this, or I'll skim over it. The question was obviously like, how long have you been running like your main account now? You said like lockdown time.
Yeah, lockdown. Yeah, we've got like June 2020. Yeah, so it's been a while now. It's almost over 2 years. Yeah.
Well, if there is anyone watching now or anyone watching on like the repeat, make sure to go check out Naz on Instagram. I will leave a link in the bio as well, because it's such a good Instagram account. Like, yeah, if you like Steelbooks and like Funko Pops, you know what to do. Question 9 is moving away from like social media and collecting and stuff, and we're just going to talk about movies again. For the rest of the year 2022, what is your most anticipated movie yet to be released?
2022.
There's not long left, really, is there? We've got a couple of minutes.
Yeah, yet to be released. I mean, Avatar 2. I know people are, crapping on that a bit, but it's been a long time coming, and it was in the plan. It was in the plan ever since the first movie that it'd be this long. So I'm interested to see how James Cameron deals with that, and it looks like a huge production, or filmed mostly underwater. I think that's going to be a huge one for sure.
Yeah,
it's going to change the game again. It's going to change the game, I think. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, Avatar is a fantastic pick. I already feel this way, that people are kind of shitting on the movie now. But you can guarantee in December, but Avatar's incredible, and like lads will be taking their girlfriends or boyfriends and etc. And everyone will go and see that, and it'll be like number one. It's going to be a moment, and break records and all sorts. But
people want to watch the first one without knowing what it was about.
Yeah,
and people still want to watch, and they watched again and again and again. Yeah, and they're going to. It's going to be a very similar story, I think. Here.
Yeah. I definitely agree. A film that I do think that I want to mention, again, going back to Marvel, you probably know what I'm going to say, is Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. For me, when that trailer dropped, I mean, I don't think I've ever been speechless.
Yeah.
Almost like in shocked tears watching a trailer. From the music, the shots, the lighting, visuals, the cast, the feel of the trailer. I thought it was perfect, and I'm so excited but nervous going into the film. Obviously, due to the passing of Chadwick, obviously rest in peace. It's I don't know where they're gonna go with it. I have a feeling, like maybe I've got an idea, but I want them to prove me wrong, and I want them to like surprise us.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. So I don't watch Marvel trailers anymore.
I know. I remember you put that on your Instagram story. So again, I was never gonna break down the trailer, but based off what I've said, like for me, it'd be the best trailer they've done in the past 5 years.
and that's what makes me so curious, and I'm like literally this close to just tapping on that video and watching it, because everyone's like, people are saying, oh, I watch it every day, I'm crying. I'm like, how? What is this? What is, how long is this video? How long is the trailer? Like a minute?
It's, well, obviously it was Comic Con,
Yeah.
San Diego weekend, obviously San Diego Comic Con, and for months we've all been like, we know the film's coming. There was a date in November. We knew it was kind of set in stone. But with COVID and release changes and stuff, it could always have that possibility to be put back. So as a fan, having no posters or anything like that, we had no idea what was going on. But to get a trailer and a confirmed date from Marvel, like, no, it's going ahead. They've kept everything on the wraps, but this trailer was 2 minutes long, maybe.
2 minutes, okay.
And it is fantastic.
Wow.
I mean, it could be my favorite trailer, I think, of all time. Whether it is because of obviously Chadwick and stuff like that, I don't know. But there's something about that trailer that I'm like, I'm 110% behind the film.
Wow.
And I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
And you know what? Everyone's excitement, that's what's carrying me, going to carry me to November.
Yeah. You've got like, what, 2-3 months?
You'll get I'll experience that in the cinema, and I'm sure it's going to be an amazing experience.
Yeah.
It's it'll be good. But yeah, Black Panther 2, I'm excited for as well, for sure.
Yeah. And then again, we'll flip that from best to almost like worst, but not quite worst. But maybe we can get there later on in the stream. But for my 10th question to yourself, what movie has surprised you, like, from this year? Because I know I touched on earlier. I think Aaron's question maybe. Also, Top Gun just surprised me. Yeah. But there was another film for me that like surprised me quite a bit. It's gone out of my head. I'll have to look on Letterboxd. But can you think of a film that has like shocked you this year?
Yes. So Top Gun Maverick. So obviously the first one I'd seen a while ago. That was kind of like cheesy, but it set the precedent for 80s pop culture. A sequel came out, and I was like, okay, again, another like 30 years after the sequel. That blew me away. That is one of my favorite movies of all time now. I've seen it 5 times in cinema. Wow. That was brilliant. It was pure, like, that was what cinema was all about. And I think every turn it was here the whole time. Everything, where it was the action or the romance or the comedy, it was brilliant movie, excellent movie. But I guess to give a different kind of, from what you said, I'm looking at my list now as well. Everything Everywhere All at Once. That really surprised me, because I didn't hear much about it, didn't know the directors, never seen their work before. They worked on music videos before this movie. And they said multiverse, and I was like, oh, another multiverse movie. But that really surprised me, that movie. I don't know if you've gone to see it.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I think on my list, 20 in my 2022 list. Everyone go like, what? Like, it could be, well, it should be like in top 5, top 10. Yeah. But it's ranked 20 in my list.
Wow.
Because it for me, I mean, it was really good. It was fun. At times, I got a bit confused, and I felt like people were like overhyping it. So I wasn't as, like, for this question and answer, I wasn't surprised by it. I was just like, oh, all right, okay.
Yeah, sure. And that's fair enough. And then I guess there's other like surprises, like the Batman. That was a surprise, I think. Well, not like, we knew the director's amazing. Robert Pattinson's a really good actor. If you haven't seen him in Twilight, anything else other than Twilight, you can see that he's a good actor.
Yeah.
The Unbearable Weight. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. That was good.
Yeah.
Prey. Have you seen Prey yet? That was really good. I thought that was brilliant.
The other one that I was thinking of was one that I watched, I think, a week ago, was Bullet Train.
I watched that.
You have, or you haven't?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Like, for me, it was like the trailers, it kind of shows you almost everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I left like that was really fun.
Yeah.
Action, like comedy, and surprises as well. Like there was a bit of seriousness to it as well, but it was like a summertime movie, and it reminded me of like what movies were like years ago. In the summer, you just go and watch a film, and it's like fun.
Yeah. I agree. The trailers showed everything. It showed the ending. But
Pretty much, yeah.
I was in the movie and I was thinking, this is so random. And yeah, it had some serious moments, which I did tear up at one point. I tear up at movies, lots of movies. But yeah, it was good. I thought it was really fun. Brad Pitt is awesome all the time.
Yeah.
And you could tell it was like it was based off a book. I think it was based off of a manga, right? Or something, or Japanese book.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good choice. I like that one.
I feel like Brad Pitt is at the point in his life now where he's like, fuck it, I'm doing films for fun.
Yeah.
And I want to enjoy life.
Mm.
Filmmaking, producing, directing. He's doing his own thing, and it's like, why not? Like, because this film was a lot of fun, and you can tell he enjoyed doing it.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like, was it Sony that kind of made the movie? Yeah. Because I was kind of like, obviously, for those who haven't seen it, this is not really a spoiler, but obviously, the cast, you've got Sandra Bullock's in this movie very briefly. Obviously, Brad Pitt, and then Channing Tatum as well. And like earlier this year, we had a movie with the three of them in, and it was also Sony, I believe.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Sony.
My like method of madness was like, what, like have they done each other a favor or something? Because like, was it the Lost Cities? Was it
the Lost City? Yeah.
Obviously Brad Pitt's got like a very, very small role in that, and then Channing Tatum's now in Bullet Train, a very, very small role. But thinking, was that because the studio was the same, or I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I thought possibly that could have been the reason. But
so I mean, I think it was clear that they filmed it at the same time or similar time because their hair was similar.
Yeah, true.
So I thought, but yeah, it's some weird like inside joke that they.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and find. I don't know, but I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, because Channing. Whilst you look, I guess Channing Tatum showed up. And it must have been some kind of inside joke for sure.
Yeah, unless like it shared a stage or something. I mean, because they must have been very close filming locations to pull it off. I'm just looking ahead. I think so. Yeah, the Lost City was Paramount Pictures.
Paramount, yes, yeah.
Okay.
Who knows? I want to hear more about like how that went down. That'd be cool.
Me too. Hopefully, we'll find out soon enough. Yeah. So those are like the kind of 10 questions that I had written down for you. We've gone through again the questions from the public pretty quickly. I know sometimes on a Thursday evening there are other streams as well, but hopefully, like I said, more people will watch it on a repeat. But it's going well so far. We've had a few people tune in and ask some questions, which is great. I mentioned obviously earlier on before we went live, off camera, if there was anything you wanted to come on and like show, any movies or any pops.
Yeah, sure. So just before I do that, I just want to say, because you've been saying such nice things about me, I have to say, like, just you doing your YouTube channel, which has been great, and I've been watching that, and then also at the same time doing Instagram. Like, I've always liked doing content, making content. I've done YouTube like when I was a kid, but like you kind of encouraged me and inspired me to do video, like have myself on video, because I was kind of nervous. But like to do I do like videos on Instagram, and I really enjoy. I forgot how much I enjoyed it, and it's because you do it so well and so often, and like you do it with such enthusiasm and like charisma that it was very inspiring for me. So, but thank you very much for that.
Yeah, no problem. It's it's always a strange thing to start. I mean, I am, by no means, I do this for fun. There's people that take it very seriously and stuff like that, and they're getting content out there all the time. If anything, I fall behind with it for different reasons, work and personal life. But I never call myself a quitter when it comes to it. Like, I started it for fun and because I loved collecting. I love movies, and like evenings like tonight where two people across like the country can just have a chat about films. It's like, hopefully further down the line we can like meet up, go for a little look around like HMV or something, and
definitely. We'll go to Forbidden Planet. We can check out the IMAX as well, because that's always a fun time. But it's like it's something you do in your free time when you can, and that's the great thing. You got work, you got life, and that does, that gets in the way. But when you're relaxed and you kind of feel like, you know what, I just want to do something creative. This is great, and I feel like you've been a great show for that. So that's
cool, no problem. Thank you so much. I think you've really hit the nail on the head with how like you're going, about creating the content, because you mentioned of having YouTube earlier on in life, but like now you're doing videos through Instagram. To keep it all on one platform, I think is probably going forward probably the best thing to do. Even TikTok now is massive. You could probably even try that, because it's the way you can edit those videos together is very similar. Whereas YouTube, you need to process a video and add loads of clips together. Whereas I think when you do it, it almost looks effortless, and you look like you're having fun as well. Like I like to just have a look at what you're posting on and stuff, and it's it's great. So
that's interesting, because like I've got a TikTok account. I've posted one video, and it was the same as one of my reels on Instagram. So that was like just kind of, I just took it over and just put it on there. But I would love to do YouTube, even if it doesn't get me far. I just like to do it, but then also at the same time is I'm so particular, and I like, if something's like kind of offbeat, I'm just spent just editing it, just like making sure it's right. And that's the problem with editing, is like you could be there for hours for a 10-minute video. Like, but you want to bring out the best you can, because that's the fun part of it. But I guess that what also always just like deters me is just like, it's a lot of time spent on it. Like, I used to spend up to 3 hours editing my posts, and like to make the background black and white. And honestly, I don't miss it for a second. Everyone's like, "Oh, where are your black and white posts?" I'm like, I haven't got time for that. People like other stuff just the same.
Definitely.
I'll try TikTok, because TikTok, actually their algorithm and their pushing of everyone's content is really healthy.
I think, like, for anyone watching who's been in a position like what we both have been in, where if you have watched me and gained a bit of confidence, where like I was you a few months back, like I was watching people through lockdown, and I was like, actually, I've not got the biggest collection. I mean, it's quite big now, but back then it was just 4Ks. I had like a couple of Blu-rays, but I was like, I want to do it, but for fun. And there are times when you feel like you're creating content because other people are doing it. Like, you might get an idea and go, I'm going to try that. And my advice for anyone watching is to do something because you want to do it, not because you have to do it. I've seen people like start a channel and then every week they're like quitting, or I've seen people like it's affected like personal life, and I totally understand that, because it can take a lot of time. So for me, if I can do a video one a week, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with it. It's just for fun.
Yeah, that's the healthiest way to look at it. If it do it for fun. If it becomes more of a serious thing where you're like, oh, okay, my content's actually starting to pick up. Sometimes if you do a YouTube short, that gets like so many views sometimes. And then if it becomes a serious thing, then focus. You can take some time to focus on it, or don't at the same time. Sorry, yes, you said what have I got recently? So so this is the most recent thing I got. Can you see that? All right.
Yeah, Black Panther. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the latest in the Black Panther. So this is an art series, and I think there's a lot of stigmatism. There's a lot of stigma around this,
Yeah.
because art series on Funko's not many people like. However, I saw this one. They posted it on their Instagram Funko, and honestly, the detail was like so cool. It reminded me of the end credits of the movie.
Yeah.
So I thought I had to have it. I don't have a Black Panther pop, so I thought I had to have it. It looks very cool.
Well, that's got like the this got the purple running through it still, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's got the purple design and it's got like little panther faces around it. Don't know
Right.
if you can see that. You can see it on the photo. You can
Yeah.
see the
It's on the
panther, like,
photo. Yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah. Yeah. Wow.
yeah. I think
It's
that's
still
really
see,
cool.
for me that one in particular works really well because of like the color palette and well
Yeah.
I've seen others and I'm like
Some of them
well,
don't make sense.
yeah,
This doesn't make sense. I like this.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I like those boxes that they come in as well.
Yeah, I've never received pop in a box in a like a hard case box. I got it for like 15 quid from Funko, and
Yeah,
it's like but the thing I always take my Funkos out of the box and I put the boxes like somewhere in the corner or in a chest somewhere, or I recycle them if I feel like I'm not gonna sell or whatever
yeah,
parts. But this one it makes me want to keep it in here, and I feel so bad. I feel
yeah.
like I should take it out maybe one day.
Really, it's really cool. You get them in store as well. I think I've seen that exact pop last week.
Oh really?
In the Entertainer, and they come with that like
Yeah.
very thick plastic box, so it's a great price to get kind of 2 in 1.
Yeah, true. Absolutely. I saw two pops with a case like this in game as well. So yeah, they do definitely come in that.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's why I got the most recently. I've definitely been getting a lot of pops more because they're just coming, they're churning them out. Every convention that comes out, they're like, there's 100 pops coming out, and it's like,
yeah,
how do they do this? And they're also cheaper, but then I guess it all builds up.
it
Uh,
does.
but I do have one more thing to show. So it's not something I got recently, but I did mention it earlier. It's my Spider-Man trilogy set. Reason why I got this was it is my most prized possession in my collection. It's also my most valuable
Yeah, I
piece of
hope
my
it's insured. It looks
yeah.
amazing. Yeah,
It's so gorgeous. I need to get a protective box for this, and they don't make one. The guys at Steelbook Central. I can already see a mark on this, and I'm already kind of freaking out.
yeah.
But sorry, yes. So yeah, I just thought I'd open it. So that's got every all three Spider-Man movies, one full slip and one lenticular. Should I get one out? Should I?
What? Why not? Yeah, why not? I'm sure again the people that'll be like rewatching this, and I
Yeah,
think there definitely will be people like who will give this a rewatch. They'll see that, and hopefully they will go straight over to the Instagram account because I'm pretty sure you posted that, haven't you already?
yes, I have. I have.
People will
Yeah,
be eating up tonight, honestly.
so many questions I got on that. Everyone was like, "Where'd you get that from? Where'd you get it? Where'd you get it?" And I'm like, I got it from here, but it sold out in like 2 minutes. So okay,
Yeah,
so this is the first version, like first edition, and I'm in love with it. Like it carries it all around this. So this is the slip, and honestly, like it's gorgeous. Like so, the eyes are like that got that rainbow shine as well, and
yeah,
then inside,
yeah. You can see that on camera. Wow,
you get the steel book, and so my
so
dream,
good.
is to have this poster, a large giant poster. I'm going to find it on eBay somewhere, or if anyone's selling it, let me know. And I'm going to put that on my wall next to my collection because this is just
That's like it's like the OG poster, though, isn't it? Like I remember seeing that on like the cinema wall back like as a kid. It's like
yeah,
I love that they've used that for the front of the steelbook as well. So cool.
yeah. And then on the back you got Green Goblin,
Wow.
and then, yeah, it's just gorgeous. Okay, I'll show you the other ones because these also come with art cards. So when you're taking a photo, like I like to just kind of use everything that comes in it, and so
Yeah.
you can make it like look very nice. The thing about it coming with photos, there is a thing like how often are you going to look at the photos? You know, so there's that thing about it. But It's nice to have. Okay, and then this is the lenticular version of the movie. So of
I
the
can't believe that the camera's picking it up so well. Like it looks so good.
yeah, it's they actually get better as you go on with the movies. But so the Steelbook Insider is the same. So if anyone doesn't know, when you
Yeah,
get premiums, you get 1 clicks. The Steelbooks are the same. It's just the slips which are different. I don't usually double dip, but I had to for this. So that's freaking amazing. And then so this is Spider-Man 2. This was the poster for the video game. So they used it for the film, which is I
yeah.
mean it's not a bad one. It's not a bad one to be fair.
Again, you can see how like the lenses kind of shimmer.
Yeah, the lenses shimmer, and then also like the webbing on his suit is kind of uh it has like also that rainbow shimmer as well. So
Yeah,
that's nice. And then obviously Doc Ock in the back. I was so happy to see him in No Way Home. It
yeah.
was, and the CGI on his face was so perfect. Like I was like flabbergasted. That's a big word for me.
They worked hard on that movie.
They really did, and I
And it
think
paid off.
because Disney Marvel had a hand in on it, they didn't ruin the three Spider-Men coming in. But like it was obvious, wasn't it? It was obvious they were going to turn up.
Yeah,
We just
we
saw kind of like telling
we
ourselves
knew it.
what happened.
We knew it. Yeah,
Yeah, we knew it. Okay, so this is the Spider-Man 2 one. This one has the change
I
of
like
web.
that.
So that one's really cool. Obviously, basic.
Yeah,
Um, and then yeah, quickly through so Spider-Man 3, another like kind of rainbow shimmer. This is quite nice. I like the kind of this is all kind of like embossed.
I like the Venom on that one. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like that. And obviously, I
Yeah.
really like this photo. This is on the
Oh
4K. This is
yeah.
on the 4K slip. I don't know if you've got it, but I love this
No.
that picture. And then okay, so this is the nicest one. So he goes from red to black in this one. And I think that's freaking awesome.
What? I can't believe they like managed
Yeah,
to do that. That's insane. I mean,
it's,
you know, the people that don't know premiums and don't, you know, haven't got any.
it's gonna,
That's why you pay the extra money because it looks incredible.
yeah,
I mean,
and
it's so tempting for me because I always see them for sale on Instagram or eBay, and
yeah.
sometimes you can get a really good deal on them, but they're still like, you know, it's expensive. But if you love it and it's your favorite movie, why not?
When I tell people how much I can sell it for, and then they look back at me and like, "What are you doing? Like, why haven't you sold this already?" And sometimes I ask myself that same question, but then I tell myself to fuck off. Because, sorry if that's too rude
It's
for
worth it though, and you love it. So.
yeah, exactly. And you know, I'm more critical about premiums. Like they have to be like really perfect for me to spend that much, and I have to really like that movie. Otherwise, I kind of stick to steelbooks, really. But yeah, that's my show and tell. What do you got?
Not really got any movies to show. I mean, well, to be fair, I mean, I can literally put my hand down and grab them. I didn't realize that it was there.
Yeah.
It's from the video that I filmed today. So again, if you want to go and watch that later, feel free. But I do have the Doctor Strange.
Ooh,
There we go.
I can see myself. Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool, and I like the steelbook they did for that.
Oh,
They actually did
yeah,
show design.
it's see, like this was like what 50. If this never sold out, so if you didn't pre-order it and it didn't sell out, you could get it for a lot cheaper using like a code.
Yes.
But if this had a different name on it or a different company were making it, this probably would have been about 80, 90 pound.
True.
So it's not bad. I like it. I'm a bit like OCD. That looks a lot different on the shelf than my others, but I'm hoping that maybe like for Thor, like you said, and Black Panther, we get something similar because at least then it's a continuation from a certain like movie. So that's that. And then I do have two Funko Pops. I'll just grab them off camera. The first one being the first horror pop in my collection, but it looks awesome. And I have the 4K as well. I'm trying to position it correct on camera.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, that is sick. That is really cool.
There we go. So
Wow.
Brightburn.
Yeah.
And it's got the cape like ripped at the back of it. The detail on it is like insane. This was like $14.99 from HMV. But
Wow.
it's just, I mean, do you know what? I'm trying to. Oh yeah, it does. So it comes with a stand, so it floats as well.
Wow. Oh, okay. That's good.
So like that out of box, me with the 4K, I might get a picture of that for
Yeah.
Instagram. But yeah, that's like the first one that I got, and then the second one that I got, this was from the Entertainer. I've got a couple of Star Wars like Funko Pops, not too many. But when I seen this, I was like, this is something that I have to buy. As a fan of the show, the character, the franchise, I had to get it. Again, it's so hard to
Oh,
get things, but
gorgeous. I love that. I've got that one. I've got that one as well.
so it's like Mandalorian with the dark saber.
Yeah.
It glows in the dark as well. So yeah, those are the two like kind of recent things that I've got. I have bought more. I've been to London this week to see Coldplay, so I picked up a few things.
Oh, you did? How was that? I mean, I know that's very unrelated, but how was it?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good show. It was London was like a mix. It was like super hot and then it was raining. But
Yeah. You got to see Craig David as well, didn't you?
he only went to certain shows, so
Ah, that's
um,
that. I love
we
Craig.
we got another guest right at the end, but like her name's completely slipped my mind.
Okay.
You probably will know her. She's she's got like one very very famous song, and you know what? She was great. She came on like right at the end, so.
Okay.
But no,
So
so I from from that trip, I did buy a couple of things, but I've not filmed. I have filmed the video, but I've not edited anything yet because I was doing like my July haul today. That's how far behind I am. Like,
yeah.
I had no storage in my phone, so for July I was on a holiday and then I couldn't edit it, so I've just been waiting for free time. So
Yeah.
That like London Blu-ray hunt / shopping trip thing, I'll edit all that together tomorrow and then upload it tomorrow. But so,
Okay, cool. Mate, I'm feeling kind of envious or like FOMO in a way because you get to show your collection, and I feel like I should get mine on camera. Should I just whiz to my living room because I feel like I need to.
man, if you can try and get it in, definitely.
Yeah, let's just hope my girlfriend isn't playing video games. Hello. Okay. All right. She's not playing anymore. It's good. She's off the party chat. All right. So if we get the laundry out of the way, but all right. So this is it's a bit dark. Yeah. So that is oh, it's so dark. Jesus. Okay. Well, yeah. That is mostly my collection.
If anyone can't see it due to it being dark, again, just go over to Naz on Instagram because again, the photographs and they speak for themselves. So yeah, go check them out. Link will be down below in the description box.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. All right. I'll return back to my base.
It's a good collection. I can't believe like you can fit it all on like the one shelf.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I look at mine and I think, you know, I could just get rid of so much. Like everyone's like, oh, you don't even watch stuff. I'm like, no, I do, but you know, I work shifts as well, so it's like,
yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I watch a lot of TV shows as well. It's like binging stuff all the time. And film sometimes takes a backseat.
Right. That's exactly how it is for me. Yeah. TV shows takes most time. Like I only watch a movie when I'm like, you know what? I got 3 hours of time. Why not just put a movie on? Because like you're kind of in the mood. But a TV show, you got to really work at it. I leave so many TV shows because I go like, oh, I'm just going to watch a movie, and then I forget to watch the TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But are you watching anything good at the moment?
So at the minute, I mean, you mentioned earlier, you made a joke about me watching Back to the Future tonight. Unfortunately, I won't be watching that tonight. I am gonna finish a series on Netflix called Lock and Key.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. How's that?
It's really good, really really good. This is the 3rd season, and it's ending on Netflix, so they've not cancelled it. They're just you know wrapping it up.
Okay.
it's really good. Me and my girlfriend watch it, so that's why it took a few days to get it finished. But really fun. The actors are quite good. It's something that I think a couple can just sit and watch and have fun. So it's
nice. You know what? I'm going to put that on my list because I know we've got similar tastes. So I think like even though I'm just looking at your collection, I'm like, there's so much that I've got as well.
Yeah. I know. See, I've kind of got, so I've got, like I said, how do you Blu-rays over the 4Ks and then off camera, I've got I think they're called like Gnebris from IKEA.
Right.
Tall towers. I mean, I can just turn the laptop.
You could. Yeah.
So I've got Steelbooks predominantly on them. The top's like literally just Marvel, like they're all Marvel films. Yeah. And then the bottom, a couple of DC ones, couple of drives.
Couple of drives, of course, yeah.
Yeah, a couple of drives. And then I've got like a few random ones like Jennifer's Body, fantastic steelbook.
Yeah.
I love that one. I need to like my Instagram page started off so like consistent, and then when you are trying to balance a channel and going on people's live streams and social life, I sometimes just don't post. And actually, like going forward, that I really want to try and put a bit more focus on that, because it's so fun, and taking a picture and stuff. It's a lot less time consuming than like a video, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, I've just joined TikTok, and it's like I've done kind of a video like today, and it's different. It is different because I'm not used to that sort of stuff, but hopefully, people start to engage on that side of things as well.
Yeah, the thing about videos, you got a lot more to work with. It's a lot more space to play with. I love making videos. If it wasn't so time consuming, I'd be straight on it, because I love it. And also, but then also, you need your space. You need space to so you don't get any background noise. You need the space, and you need the time to not be disturbed.
Yeah, I feel like there's an opportunity for us. Obviously, being such Marvel fans, and we watch the movies and the shows and Disney Plus.
Yeah.
That potentially, I feel like after Black Panther is the end of Phase 4.
Yeah.
We could maybe do like a similar type of stream, just discussing even if it's like an hour, just discussing Phase 4, our thoughts, get people involved, and
100%, 100. Oh, mate, I've honestly this hour and a half has whizzed by, and honestly, I've loved it. I'd happily come back for more. Just literally send me a message, and I'll be like, I'll put in the diary.
Because it's crazy. Like we can just chat and have a conversation. Like when you do get the comments, as you've seen earlier on, we got quite a few, which for the first stream's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, super interactive. I'm very happy for. I'm very glad that everyone just joined in. So that's good. We need more of that. I'd love it.
100%. I'm on another type of stream tomorrow night. I'm doing a quiz.
Oh.
With Movie Worm and Scott from Scott the Movie Critic on. They both have channels and Instagram pages, and we're on Magpie Movies channel tomorrow night.
Okay, well, I'll definitely, if it's a quiz for everyone to join in, then I'll be on that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a quiz. All right.
It is a quiz. I mean, I think it was supposed to be 4 people.
Yes.
There's 3 at the minute. I'm not sure if Paul's settled on the 3.
I'll be watching. No, I'll be watching. I won't impose myself. I'm just going to watch and just watch you guys do your thing. That'd be great.
Any questions? The comments bit, because it'll be fun. But if you wanted to, just let me know, and I can. I'm sure he wouldn't mind anyway. But
yeah. No, just go on straight on. Invite myself to someone's stream. You're like, oh yeah, no, of course I'll come. Yeah, no problem.
People, they need to, because a lot of the YouTube people kind of know each other now, and I'm not even in the group chats really, but I'm in one now, but there's a couple, and they all know each other, but they don't really there's people on Instagram that will like have missed your account, which is just insane. So hopefully, I mean, I'll be telling people you just go follow because you've got a great account. But anyway, we are literally getting to the finale. I've not set that time on it, but if you're happy to wrap up for tonight.
Yeah, all good. I mean, I got a show recommendation for you. I'm watching it right now. It's called The Orville on Disney Plus. I don't know if you've seen it or heard of it.
Haven't. Is that the one with Seth
MacFarlane?
Yeah. Is it good?
I thought it was going to be like some Star Trek spoof, something like really just jokey. But it's got actually like quite a serious storyline in the movies. But it's got jokes in it, and it's very well infused. But I'm 6 episodes in. I'm loving it. It's so.
I am literally no
content. Me and my girlfriend were like late up 12. It was like midnight, and we were still watching. It hooked us. It's such a good show.
You got your girlfriend to watch it. I don't think Lucy'd watch that, but I can try.
Give it a go.
But yeah, I mean, for the first dream, like I said, we got a couple of questions. It was good. We've briefly spoke a few times now on Instagram, but just getting to know you through asking more questions and just chatting, it's been great.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that you're happy to come back on as well. That's amazing as well. So, and hopefully we can meet up. I feel like it'll be a convention. I've got a feeling it'll be a convention.
Yeah. I'm going to Comic-Con in October, Star Wars Celebration in February.
Yeah.
So much stuff to look forward to. Oh no, April. It's in April. But yeah, mate, we're definitely going to meet up, and I'd happily come back for one of these again for sure.
That is amazing. Yeah, I mean, I hope you've had a good time, and yeah, I'm just glad that you're happy to come back. So that's always a good sign.
Yeah, thank you very much.
But yeah, as I said, guys, for those still watching, for those watching after, please go and follow Naz over on Instagram. I'll leave a link down below. Make sure you go and give him a follow and check out his content because it is amazing. Better than mine.
No way.
100%. But yeah, it's been great. It's been really fun. Thanks for coming on, and thank you to everyone watching as well.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
All right. We'll see you guys later.